It cannot be denied that there is a need for ICT in primary schools, but the issue of whether it should be its own subject or embedded in the production, delivery and assessment of other curriculum areas is still present.
It seems that there are two main ways that ICT is tackled within the primary school, with set ICT sessions where children are explicitly aware that they are engaging in sessions that are designed and geared towards them using and applying ICT, and through a slightly more creative approach where other curriculum areas use ICT as a basis or a vehicle for achieving their own learning intentions. An example of this was a placement class I observed who were using computers to write persuasive letters. A problem with embedding ICT into the curriculum in this way is that the ICT learning intentions are sometimes not explicit or lost altogether. This was the case in the lesson previously discussed, as the focus was on the literacy and the application and use of language, rather than that of the ICT being used.
Writing for TES, Ray Barker sums this up, stating, "In embedding ICT into schools, we are in danger of forcing things to happen, rather than letting them develop naturally. In other words, we should be nurturing ICT development. In our rush to make things happen, we may end up with a plant that looks impressive, but which has roots that are too weak to provide long-term support." Until recently, schools were working with the National Curriculum for ICT, which gave guidelines regarding knowledge, skills and understanding needed in this subject. This included finding things out and making things happen, and also exchanging and sharing information and reviewing, modifying and evaluating work. Such goals meant that children were encouraged to use computers formally, and also in an exploratory context, thus developing their digital literacy on many different levels. Mark Prensky identifies that today's students are no longer the people our education system was designed to teach, a statement that appears to be true, as the curriculum for ICT has now been abolished until 2014, with the National Curriculum Review recommending that information and communication technology is reclassified as part of the basic curriculum, and requirements should be established so that it permeates all national curriculum subjects. Teachers and ICT coordinators now have the freedom to decide how ICT should be taught in their school.
Freedom for teachers and the intuitive nature of Mark Prensky's digital natives, native speakers of the digital language of computers, video games and the internet, could see classrooms becoming a space of fluidity, where ICT is used as a beginning, middle and end for many different curriculum subjects.
Jim Rowe stated in his independent review of the primary curriculum that embedding ICT throughout the primary curriculum would yield a number of benefits, such as the use of technology to develop deeper cognitive skills, which in turn ensures full digital literacy.
I strongly agree with Jim Rose and the National Curriculum Review. We're in a situation at the moment where timetabling constraints mean that it's difficult for every subject to have equal prominence in the curriculum. I believe that through cross-curricular teaching, with well-established learning intentions for each subject, we will be able to encourage and develop children's intuitive, cognitive, social and emotional skills in an authentic context.